Hey everyone, this is Kenny with Juicy F150s coming at you today with another quick video. This video isn't going to be anything crazily, hard to do. It's just going to be one of my little pet peeves that I have between the two trucks. In a second, I'm going to have a clip of a video that I took last night explaining it or giving you a visual of what it is. But I have a 16 F150 and my wife has an 18 F150. Nowhere do I feel that there should be anything on my 16 that the 18 doesn't have. And lo and behold, I found a little one. So if any of you have had an opportunity to get in both trucks and drive both trucks at night, I like everything illuminated and being able to see everything. Neither of my trucks have floor ambient lighting or anything like that, so that's not a big deal. However, my 16 has the aqua colored buttons on the steering wheel, the aqua colored light, the window up and down, the dash is aqua colored, and the shifter, that's the big thing for me, is, park versus neutral drive M21. It's all illuminated. Lets me see what's going on, and it just gives me a visual of what's there. But yes, I do know whenever you put the shifter into gear, it doesn't illuminate or switch gears there. It does it on the dash, drive, it moves around. So one of the big things that bothers me is that this is not an option, or it's not there in the 18. I figured maybe something was unplugged, something was enabled with Forscan, but after a couple hours of research online, it just seems like there is no part there for it. It just seems like that's just one of the things Ford says we don't need, so we're just not going to do. The first time I drove my wife's truck at night, I immediately got in and noticed it wasn't illuminated and thought that something was wrong, something was unplugged. The next mission has just been around finding a part to fit. So I could always buy a new shifter, the shifter, and then the cluster that goes below it that has your cup holders in it, but it has the shift pattern in there. I could always buy a new one of those, a couple $100, maybe $100 maybe, and I just don't want to do that. Found them used on eBay, $90, something like that, but some of them didn't show the back and it didn't have if it had a light in it. Now, when I had put the auxiliary input device into my 16, I did notice that there was a cable that I had to disconnect there to get that whole section out. And when I reconnected it all, the shifter was not illuminated, and then it hit me, oh, I didn't put that connector back in. So about 15 minutes, I popped all that part back apart, hooked the connector up, and it all worked. Figured maybe something had been disconnected. We did buy the truck used. It is an 18. It had like 10,000 miles on it, 11,000 miles somewhere there. Maybe for some reason somebody had that off, maybe some maintenance, maybe some work. So I went in there and I just really didn't see a plug. And researching also, after that, found out that they didn't come with the plugs. So what I've done is bought the light for the 16, and we're going to install it in the 18. And I'm going to show you a video of how we do that. And like I said, in the 18, there is also a plug there for this light to connect into. So it seems like it's all there. It just wasn't manufactured that way. Anyways. All right, well, that's the gist of my story right there. And we're going to go through really quickly how to put this in. I think the part was probably about 17 bucks. I'll put a link down below of the part number. I'll put the part number down below. I think a link of where I ordered it from if I can find it. If not, I will definitely have the part down below. Let's go. All right. So here we are back. This is the actual part that we're going to be installing. Here's the part number. It is FL3Z13466-B. It is just the bulb. It's just like a clear bar here. I guess this is just gonna, the bulb is just gonna go through there and illuminate that. Here's the plug and the actual fork part. All right. So here we go again. One more look at it. Let's go in there and start getting this part out of the truck. I think we shouldn't need much, but either a 320 or a T20 or a T25 star bit to take the center console off. And then I think after that is just a pop tool, a trim tool that we're going to use. All right, so here we are with the video. Got the new clusters in, as you see, from Living It Up Clusters. I'll post a link to his website down below here shortly. If you want to get one of these clusters custom made by him, looks absolutely amazing. I did add the red myself. He doesn't charge much to do it himself, but I like to do my stuff myself just to do it. But as you see, these are one of my pet peeves on the trucks. 16 F150. You would think that the 18 would have everything that the 16 has, right? So this is one of the things that drives me nuts for some reason. Everything is nice, looks all illuminated. You get down here to the shifter, boom, illuminated. PRNDM21. So I have no idea why that's not in the 18. I mean, it's just one of those things that just drives me crazy. So now when I get in the truck and nothing's illuminated down there, it just, you know, it just looks like ain't nothing down there. So let's get in the 18 and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so here we are at my wife's 18. She has a standard cluster. We will be possibly doing some changes to it soon, so stay tuned for that. But right here, I mean, you know, we have everything illuminated. Everything's looking good. Dash, lights, shifter, black. I mean, the first time I kind of got in here and noticed that it wasn't here, I thought that I was missing something. So we're going to get this all taken apart when it's daylight outside tomorrow. And this video is going to continue. Stay tuned. So here we are all set up in the truck. What we're going to do is just first, you know, just make sure you don't have any change or anything in your cup holders. Nothing here that's going to get in your way. This should pop right up out of here. So I'm going to go right up underneath this piece of trim with the pop tool. Oh, big pop. Come straight up. There. So we're up. Now the other two are kind of underneath these two pieces, these two ledges here. And we're going to just see if we can wiggle it straight back and get those out. And it's kind of in there for the... Sorry, hit the camera if I did. So, this piece of trim is up, straight up in the air, and it's over here. 20. And that's over there. Shouldn't be much left. Just 4 pops around, 6 pops. So around this little piece of trim here. 1, 2, 3. 6. All right. Just to come up. Then there's a little locking snap underneath here to lock in this piece of trim. So just gonna pop this out and then kind of go around doing the same thing. Maybe a couple more than 1 or 2. And that's it. We've been out of the truck. One thing left. This is the plug that I was referring to before we get out of the truck. Looks like it just has 2 wires that goes into it, and it's a little plug here. That's what's going to snap into the piece. All right, look at it. All right, so before I got out of the car, I decided I'm going to go ahead and test fit the part because, you know, no need to do all this work and it not fit. So here's the plug that was down here. And here is the new part. So they're all plugged in together. You see. All right, so here is my piece out of the car, and we're just going to use some silicone that we have because it's still clear, and see which way this fits in here. So I could only go in one way, I guess. I'm assuming this is the only way to go. Unless we go down here. That looks a lot better. There we go. All right. Yeah, and this would snap onto here, just like my other one does. So we're just gonna put like 2 or 4 little drops of glue. And then let it set up for about, I don't know, an hour. Pretty sure it'll hold. Silicone, easy to clean up, easy to remove. Not so permanent if it doesn't work. If it does work, we got a great video. If it doesn't work, yeah, it doesn't work. All right, so we got it on there where we want it to be. We got the glue in there where I want it to be. And I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape across, let it sit, and we'll come back when it's dry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're outside. It's about 6 o'clock. It's kind of dark enough. I mean, it's not pitch black dark out, but well, looking through that tent, it looks dark. But moment of truth. I have the light installed down here. We're going to take a look, see how it is. Park lights on, everything's on. Boom. Definitely just adds the needed light to the pitch black drop, you know. No reason that this should not been included in, you know, buying the truck. I mean, the trucks are expensive enough. And then I think this light cost me $7 or $8 to buy, and then I had to ship it. So maybe, let's say at the most, $15. Seriously, Ford, we're going to skip on 15 bucks. Yeah, I think it looks really good. It's just glued in back there, as you all see. One of the things I did have to do is enable a Forscan feature. So the plug that was originally down here did not have power coming to it. So I just assumed that it was part of the ambient lighting feature. So I looked up how to enable the ambient lighting and found one of the codes of how to do it. That code showed me that I needed to make a change, and I'm going to post a picture of here of exactly which code I changed. There was 3 of them to change. I only changed 1 in it, and it gave me power. The 3 of them, one was the radio. It give you ability to change the ambient lighting from the radio in the settings menu. So I don't have it here, but apparently there's an ambient lighting button that would be here and allow you to make changes. So that will allow you to change the look of the ambient lighting. And there was 2 BCM codes that needed to be changed. One of them, I guess, powered the cup holders, and the other one maybe powered what's underneath the seats. I luckily just changed the first one, and went well. All right. Thank you for watching my video. As always, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Oh, yeah.